and thanks for joining us. A Maple Grove man is now charged with murder after allegedly shooting a Brooklyn Park teen last month. Prosecutors say 25-year-old Melchizedek Capon shot and killed 17-year-old Zoe Capanlin in July. According to the criminal complaint, the two met in a U-Haul parking lot when Capon shot her. The complaint doesn't reveal a motive, but phone records show the meeting was planned. Law enforcement arrested Capon in Ohio and extradited him to Minnesota. He made his first court appearance on Friday. He's being held in jail and his bail is set at $2 million. In other news, the city of Plymouth is using a new high-tech way of assessing its trees. As Corey Bork reports, the technology will help the city get to problems faster and better protect its trees long-term.
A city has a lot to maintain, from streets to stop signs, but there's something else to maintain.
People take it for granted, and when you lose your canopy in a neighborhood, everyone notices.
City Forester Paul Buck has been in charge of preserving trees in parks and on city right-of-ways. It's been a challenge, to say the least.
Right now, I couldn't tell you where the worst 10%, 20%, even 50% of the worst trees are.
There's a lot of ground to cover, a lot to maintain.
Nobody likes when storms hit and we lose a bunch of trees. So if we can get ahead of that game and start the maintenance on the worst ones, and maybe we can save a few of those from failing in the next storm.
Back here, we have our central unit.
Now, his job is about to get much more efficient. The city has partnered with Davie Resource Group and Greehill to conduct a tree survey.
Plymouth is going to end up taking us about 2 to 3 weeks to collect all the data.
Not just any tree survey.
Right now, this screen is showing us a top-down view of the data we're collecting.
This one involves sophisticated scanners and a computer on wheels.
What you end up with in the end is a 3D model of all of the trees as we've driven across the street.
The 3D mapping technology will create an inventory of all trees on city property, assessing everything from size and type to age and health. The measurements are much more accurate than what the city has ever had before.
Historically, we were using on-the-ground arborists that were maybe making estimates in the ranges of those, or maybe laser rangefinders, which still have a component of human error. This LiDAR data and machines can take all those metrics so much more accurately.
All the data will help the city decide where to prune and what to plant.
If we're really heavy in a neighborhood of really large old trees, we know that, hey, we might not have to trim them very often, but there could be some major problems in them.
You could say the city is getting to the root of preserving trees.
We'll get to kind of see what our palette of trees is. Where are we too heavy and invested in a certain species versus if we're going to replant trees or put new trees in, where are some species that we could put in to bump that diversity back up?
In Plymouth,
the diversity part is the key for the future.
Corey Bork, CCX News.
Plymouth is the first city in Minnesota to do a digital or smart tree inventory. The companies involved will rescan all the city's trees in 2 years to assess the city's efforts and see the progress made. One of the most popular spots in the Northwest Metro for families to visit in the summer will close about 2 weeks earlier than normal. The Elm Creek Swim Pond in Maple Grove will shut down for the season on Sunday, August 17th. The Three Rivers Park District is in the middle of a big construction project at Elm Creek Park. Starting August 18th, crews will repave the park's roads, the parking lots, and build 2 additional paved lots. The swim pond is typically open through Labor Day, but park officials say the minor inconvenience will pay off long term.
It's a huge project, quite an undertaking, so we just need all that time to make sure that we're able to get it all in before any snow falls or any weather gets in the way.
When the swim pond closes, Three Rivers encourages people to visit the beaches at Lake Minnetonka, Fish Lake, and French regional parks. The world's largest manufacturer of construction equipment celebrated 100 years this week in Brooklyn Park.
When I go to trade shows or talk to friends or family and relatives, they say, "What do you do?" "I work for Caterpillar." And the big yellow construction equipment. Everybody sees them on the road, in their neighborhoods, building infrastructure.
Caterpillar's Brooklyn Park facility builds paving equipment. That equipment was on full display during the celebration. An interactive mobile display also showed off the achievements of the past 100 years and asked employees to think about what comes next.
We've got a vision of what 100 years from now looks like, and there's Caterpillar equipment. I think it's on another planet. And it's mining equipment and it's construction equipment, and that's really our vision, is to be there to support our customers' needs in the future.
As part of the celebration, the Caterpillar Foundation donated $13,000 to the nonprofit food shelf, SEEP. Meanwhile, a new restaurant venue plans to open in Plymouth. Charcuterie Bar plans to open in the southeast part of the city, north of Highway 55 and west of Highway 169, in a location close to the Cub grocery store. The new venue will serve a variety of meats and cheeses to pair with a drink menu. The Plymouth City Council is expected to approve a liquor license for the restaurant at Tuesday's meeting. Charcuterie Bar anticipates opening in mid-September. Finally, this segment, the New Hope Water Tower painting project was quite the undertaking, a nearly 2,000-gallon undertaking. According to New Hope officials, nearly 2,000 gallons of paint and primer were needed for the water tower, 1,940 gallons to be exact. All of it was needed because a total of 4 coats were applied to ensure long-term durability. One other fun fact about the water tower, the tower reaches 131 feet in height, about the height of a 13-story building. After some safety tests, officials say the tower will be refilled soon.
Throughout the summer on our CCX Sports social media accounts, we've been running a Play of the Year competition. After 6 rounds and over 7,000 total votes, we have our Play of the Year tournament winner. Ches Moots has more.
Our CCX Sports Play of the Year championship round came down to 2 fantastic goals. On the ice, Hopkins Hazel Schenkelberg's top shelf snipe that just snuck in the left corner of the net.
Whoa, snuck that one over Ericsson's shoulder.
And on the field, Wyzetta's Thor Soukup's leap off 1 foot and acrobatic goal. The voting was close, but it was Thor Soukup who took home the crown of the CCX Sports Play of the Year.
Yes, sir.
The game was a section semifinal matchup against the school Thor previously played for, Maple Grove.
And I was playing a lot of my friends, so I was like really excited for that game because it was gonna be a really fun game. I was really juiced up, and I guess it was a lot of adrenaline.
The jump shot is one that Thor first saw while playing against another area team.
A couple years ago, actually, when I played against Benil, my freshman year, actually last year, Gus Bell had one of those shots, and I was like, man, I want to be able to do that. So practice. I tried to rep the jump shot, and the adrenaline kicked in, and I decided I'll try it out, and it went my way.
The support Thor received through voting, especially from the Wyzetta football and lacrosse programs, provides an extra lift.
It just feels really good, honestly, knowing you have that support from a whole program as a whole, not even like a certain sport program, but a Wyzetta program, just having that support behind me, it just puts me in a position where I can be my best every day. And that gives me the confidence to take it into a season, take it into a play, I can be my best. So it all comes down to like support and belief I get from the program.
Congrats again to Thor Soukup on winning the CCX Sports Play of the Year.
Practice for fall high school athletes gets underway Monday. As we look forward to a new year, we take a look back at the fall of 2024, which saw 4 local state team champions and 5 runner-up teams.
Wyzetta girls soccer is no stranger to success. For the 14th time since 1991, the Trojans played for a state championship. And for the 8th time, the team won, capturing the 2024 Class 3A title, beating rival Edina in the final. Providence Academy girls soccer qualified for state for a 3rd straight season and walked away with their first championship. The Lions here winning in the semifinals against St. Charles. The Totino Grace boys soccer team went from winning just 5 times in 2023 to 14 wins last season. The Eagles got to the championship match in Class 2A, falling to Holy Angels in the final after beating Blake in the semifinals. For a 2nd straight year, the Maple Grove boys soccer team reached the state 3A final. Their lone loss of the season was an overtime heartbreaker to Egan. Still, the Crimson tied a program record by winning 19 matches. Champlin Park Volleyball rallied to win a 5-set thriller over Maple Grove in the Section 5 4A final to qualify for state for the first time in 5 years. The Rebels won 30 matches on the season and finished as state runner-up to Lakeville South. Wayzata is always a state contender in cross country, and 2024 was no different. The Trojans girls won their third straight Class 3A championship, and the program's seventh state title since 2012. Wayzata's boys were very good too. They finished as state runner-up in 3A to Edina. That's after the Trojans won the state championship the previous 3 years. And in football, Maple Grove won its second state Class 6A championship in 3 seasons, finishing 13-0 for their second undefeated season in 3 years as well, beating Minnetonka in the Prep Bowl. Ticino Grace football reached the Class 4A championship game in the Prep Bowl, the Eagles' only loss of the season coming to Becker in the title game.
In addition, the Maple Grove girls tennis team finished third in the state in Class AA, while in girls swimming and diving, Breck, Maple Grove, and Wayzata all had top 10 team finishes at state.